Hey beautiful people, welcome back to another Vinyasa practice. This is another class in the Upside Down Playground series. As the name suggests, we're going to be playing upside down in some inversions. In particular, we're focusing on our Pincha Mayurasana today, which is known as our Forearm Stand or our Feathered Peacock pose. So we're going to do a little bit of opening through the shoulders and the spine and the back of the legs, but we'll also be strengthening quite a bit through the core, through the shoulders, and pretty much full body. Maybe we get some air time today, we shall see. Okay, we're going to start with some pranayama. So find yourself in a comfortable seat, and if you had a block nearby, feel free to bring that in just to lift your hips up a little bit. This is totally optional, but it can make you feel a little bit more comfortable, maybe. Find your tall spine. Soften the shoulders away from the ears, and when you feel ready, let's start to turn the gaze inwards by closing the eyelids. Starting to witness the breath as it comes in through the nose and out through the nose. And the pranayama practice we will be doing today is our Viloma breath, Viloma pranayama, and this translates to against the natural flow. So we will be breathing in 3 times. So inhale, 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 and then we'll take one long exhale. And this really helps to increase our lung capacity, our depth of breath. And for me personally, I find it really helps me come into this present moment. Before we begin, take a deep breath into the belly. Feel that expand out. And then exhale, let that go. On the next inhale, can you focus on the ribs? So expanding them front and back and side to side. Exhaling, letting that go. Breathing into the chest now. So lifting that up really high. Exhaling, letting that go. And just take a couple more breaths here. Before we begin, you might start to find your Ujjayi pranayama, so the constriction of the back of the throat. And that's going to help you extend your breaths for a little bit longer. So try to use this as we breathe in 3 times, as well as connecting the 3 parts of the breath together. So the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Before we begin, take a deep breath in through the nose, lift up a little bit taller. Exhale, let the breath go. Inhale 1, inhale 2, inhale 3, exhale, let it all go. Draw the belly button in, breathe in 1, breathe in 2, breathe in 3, exhale, let it all go. Inhale 1, inhale 2, inhale 3, exhale, let it go. Inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale. Let's take about 4 more breaths in our own time. And once you've completed your 4 breaths, coming back to neutral inhales and exhales. So also focusing on the inhalation, like that really helps to kind of find a little bit more lift, a little bit more alertness within the, not only just the physical body, but the energetic body as well. Maybe just keeping the eyes closed. Can you bring your right hand to your right shoulder? Draw the elbow in front of you and then scoop the elbow down by your rib. Lift the elbow around and then up so the bicep comes by the ear, and then coming back forward. So we're just taking some circles with the elbow here. And as we do this, we aim to keep our shoulders really square to the front. So we're not trying to pivot or rotate through the spine as we lift up. And then changing directions of the circle. So lifting up first and then around. And then change the other side. So left hand on the left shoulder. Breathe in as you lift the elbow up behind you. Exhaling, drawing it down through center. And for some of us, this may actually prove to be quite challenging. I know I do this with a couple of clients back at home, and this is a really good test of our shoulder mobility to see how much range of motion we can get without us twisting or trying to use the rest of our body to compensate. Change directions of the circles. Can you lift up a little taller? And then just for fun, bring both hands to the shoulders. We're going to try go in opposite directions. So one elbow goes forward, the other elbow goes back. Without trying to twist the chest too much. So you somewhat have to engage your core here to keep the spine still. All right, other direction. Let's go one more. And then releasing the hands down by your sides. Little shake of the shoulders. If you're on your block like me, let's just remove it. Come into a kneeling position. Sit down on your heels. Take your hands around you. So almost like you're giving yourself a really big hug. And then see if you can get your fingertips as close to the edges of the shoulder blades as possible, the scapula. Maybe even moving in a little bit more. And then round through the back. Imagine like you're coming into cat pose. So you're trying to pull the shoulder blades wide here with your hands, a little tuck in of the chin. And then as you inhale, open the hands behind you, interlace the fingertips. Exhale to open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades down, press the palms together, lift up. Let's try that one more time. This time, other elbow comes on top as we wrap our hands behind. See if you can walk your hands inwards a little bit more. See if you can really round the spine here. Take another breath in. And another breath out. Inhale, wrap the hands behind you. This time the other hand comes on top as we interlace the fingertips. As you exhale, pull the knuckles down, open through the chest. See if you can reach your knuckles towards your big toes. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Keep your hands together as you exhale. Drop the forehead down to the ground. Lift the palms up to the sky. We're going to be seeing this clasp of the hands a little bit through our class today, and it's a great way to open the shoulders, really get them moving back. And then release. Let's come into a tabletop position. So hands under shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Maybe take a little shift from side to side here with the hips. Maybe a couple of rolls around with the spine, moving through cat pose and cow pose as feels good. Maybe shifting some weight into the hands, shifting the hips back. And we're still finding that constriction of the throat, that Ujjayi pranayama, and that's just going to help us be really controlled in this asana practice. We just want to make sure that we don't rush things, and our breath is one of the key factors in us not rushing, being still and controlled. Okay, come back through center. So just make sure the knees are underneath the hips here. Reach your right hand forward into the center of the mat. Turn your palm up and then lower your right side of the body down to the ground. Look to the left. So there's a little twist of the spine here. You're almost resting your right ear on your right bicep here. You can imagine kind of like a half puppy pose with a twist. Take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Maybe you can push through your left hand a little bit more to draw the left shoulder back. Inhale, reach the right hand forward, look up. As you exhale, let's twist the right hand to the back, drawing the right shoulder back, left shoulder underneath. Let's move through those two positions. So inhale, come forward, turn the palm up. Exhale, drop the shoulder down. Inhale, coming up, big twist. Exhale, hold. If you felt like a little bit more, as you breathe and reach the right hand down, kick your left foot away. As you exhale, roll yourself up, bend your left knee. See if your right hand can clasp around the left foot. Don't try to kick into it just yet. Let's do that one more time. So breathe and lengthen the left leg, reach the right hand forward, a little bit of balance here as well. As you exhale, lift yourself up, clasp the right hand around the left foot. This time, if you can, see if you can find a kick into it. So engaging through the left glutes, drawing the right shoulder back, drawing the left shoulder back. Let's go one more breath. Little twist with the chest to the right. And then coming back through center, keep the left knee bent, but plant the right hand down. Tuck onto the right toes, breathe and lengthen the right leg. So you're kind of in a three-legged dog here with the knee bent. Exhale, hold. Walk the hands towards the back of the mat, standing splits with the knee bent. Squeeze the left foot into the glutes. Take another breath. Dive the chest a little bit lower, and then bring the left foot about hip width distance next to the right. Uttanasana, forward fold. Hands walk to the shins, breathe in as you lift halfway, shoulders back. Exhale, ripple down, forward fold. Lift the arms all the way up to the sky. Urdhva Hastasana, lift your heels off the ground here. As you exhale, sweep your hands back, diver's pose. Hips are going to push back, legs are long. You're diving your chest forward. And then you can stay with the hands by the sides, or you can interlace your fingertips again and then pull the hands back. So you're really trying to open the chest here. Maybe you lift your heels off the ground a little bit more as you dive your heart space a bit deeper. One more breath. And then land the heels down, keep the hands interlaced as you reach them forward. So big opening for the chest here, as well as allowing for the upper body to get a little bit deeper into this fold. Walk the hands out in front of you, come into a plank position. So hands under shoulders, and then we're going to keep walking our hands forward until they land to the top of the mat, maybe even forward more, and then wiggle your feet to the back of the mat. So you kind of got a hollow plank here. You want to feel the shoulder blades protract away from each other. So just like we did in that big hug position, feeling the shoulder blades widen, little tucking of the ribs here, squeezing the glutes, engaging the core. And you might stay up, or you might drop the left elbow down and then the right, and then lifting the left elbow and then the right elbow, and then dropping the right elbow, dropping the left, and then lifting the right, and then lifting the left. So when you drop the elbows, you want them to be roughly in line with the shoulders. They might be a little bit more forward. If you felt like a little bit more, see if you can drop both elbows down together, and then maybe you lift both elbows up. I can't quite get that yet, but both elbows down a little bit easier, and then maybe you find a wave, one elbow, then the other elbow. Let's go about 4 more. So dropping both, and then maybe attempting both. Breathing out, breathing in. Let's go 2 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Drop the elbows all the way down again. Hold here in your forearm plank, not for too long. Feel the core engage. Can you shift your shoulders forward a little bit more? Come high onto the toes, hips in line with shoulders. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, lower your hips down to the ground. Find Sphinx pose. So driving the forearms down, squeezing shoulder blades back, engaging the glutes. Take another deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, lower down, push your hands into the ground, come back onto your knees. We're gonna try that juicy sequence on the other side. Start by extending your left hand out and then turn your left palm up to the sky, dropping the left side of the shoulder down to the ground, twisting the right shoulder back. So you're trying to look to the right here, left bicep by the left ear. One more breath. You should really feel the sides of the lats kind of open up here. Breathe in, lift up, reach the left hand forward, and then as you exhale, twist the left hand to the back, scooping the left shoulder back, right shoulder underneath. Inhale, come back through center, back of the hand comes down, exhale to drop. Inhale, coming up, exhale to twist. If you felt like a little bit more, we reach the right foot out, breathe in, right leg long, left ear down, exhale. Breathe in, lift up, bend the right knee, left hand towards the right foot, exhale, hold, no kick yet. Breathe in, left hand forward, right toes back, exhale, twist. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bend the right knee, left hand around the right foot, and then kick into it. It's a big opening through the front of the body and the spine. You're pushing through the right hand to help assist this opening through the chest. One more breath here. Left hand comes down, tuck onto left toes, lift the left knee, coming into a bent leg, three-legged dog. Breathe in as you walk your hands back towards your left foot. Keep the right knee bent. Exhale to hold. Fingertips are on the ground here. Or you can always bring your left hand behind the back of the calf to try draw your chest a bit lower. Take another breath in. As we exhale, land the right foot about hip width distance as you fold yourself forward, Uttanasana. Lift yourself halfway, breathe in, hands to shins. Shoulders squeeze back, and then as you exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Lift all the way up to standing. Take a deep breath in through the nose, lift the heels off the ground. As you exhale, start to dive forward, hands reach back. And then maybe hands interlace this time. Other hand comes on top, pulling knuckles back, aiming to squeeze the palms together. Can you dive the chest a little bit lower? Can you lift the heels a little bit higher? You should feel a bit of a stretch through the back of the legs. Bend your knees as much as you need here to keep your spine long. One more breath. And then land the heels, keep the hands interlaced, pull them to the front, drop the chest a little bit lower, feel the back of the legs, the back of the body really open up here. Hands come to the ground, walk yourself back into your plank position. This time you're going to come straight down into a forearm plank. So elbows come down. You can have your hands elbow width distance. You can also clasp your hands together because guess what? We're going to hold this hover for between, I'm going to say 90 seconds and 2 minutes. And I've got a timer up so I can have a little look. You come with me whenever you're ready. Knees can be down here, knees can be off. You want to engage your glutes here, and I don't know about you, but I'm already starting to shake. So during this next kind of 2 minute period, you can come down, come back up as much as you need. You want to feel the elbows drive into the ground, so you keep protracting through the shoulder blades. Hips in line with shoulders. As we start to fatigue, we're going to want to cheat and lift our hips up or drop our hips really low because our core starts to fatigue. So if you notice that happen, rather than moving into those positions, just bring your knees down, shake it out, maybe coming back into child's pose and then coming back in. So that's about a minute. Got a minute to go. And keep connected with the breath. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, still finding your Ujjayi pranayama to slow down your breath. Eye gaze just behind the hands. We're not looking at our feet. Little tuck of the tailbone here so we keep the spine really long. We're not arching through our lower back. And this core strength and shoulder strength is going to be so important when we come into Pincha Mayurasana. So we want to make sure we're prepared, we are warm, we are ready to go when that happens a little bit later in our class. Okay, we've got about 20 seconds left. Don't worry, we will get a little bit of a rest after this. So look forward to that. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees, lower the belly. Whew, nice job. Stack the hands together and maybe just let the forehead drop down, maybe the side of the temple down. I think that's the longest hold I've ever done while teaching a Vinyasa class. I don't know what my max has been. Sometimes it's really useful to like put on a song that gets you really amped up and just be like, okay, I'm going to hold for as long as possible. Maybe that's like a 3-minute song, maybe a 4-minute song. Good tip. Okay, feel free to stay down if you wanted a little bit more time to rest. If you wanted to find Shalabhasana, you can lift your heels up, back of the legs really long. Hands could stay down on the ground, so you're almost finding baby cobra in the upper body. If you wanted hands off, just reach them back. See if you can rotate your palms facing out, thumbs facing up. Legs a little bit longer, see if you can lift the heels. Keep squeezing shoulder blades back. Lift up the upper body. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it go. Hands by the ribs. Either push your knees or tuck the toes. Lift the knees off. We come to high plank. Breathe in. And then as we exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. Pushing weight through the fingertips and knuckles. Drawing the chest back towards the thighs. Feeling the heels press in the direction of the ground. We'll use our next breath in to walk our feet forward. And then as we exhale, Uttanasana again. Lift all the way up to halfway lift. So hands to shins. Exhale, fold down again. Lift up, breathe in. Exhale, hands by the sides, Tadasana. Lift the arms, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Lifting halfway, breathe in. Exhale, hands down, step back into plank. Breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, your back bend of choice could be down on the ground, baby cobra, maybe upward facing dog. And then as we exhale, let's come into downward facing dog again. Once we're at the back, just take another 2 breaths before we find our next sequence. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Start to bend your legs, look forward. Step your right foot in between your hands. Lower your left heel down to the ground, open into warrior 2. So right toes facing forward, left toes facing the side. You're softening into your hips here, drawing your right knee forward. Shoulders are soft. Use your next breath in, reach the right hand forward. Exhale, right elbow to thigh. Lift the left hand up. Utthita Pajvakonasana. Really soften into the hips here. Squeeze the shoulder blades down the spine. Stay low in the legs. Breathe in, reverse Viparita Virabhajasana. Left hand down the thigh or the shin. Exhale, right hand up and over. Come back through center, frame out the front foot. Breathe in, tuck left toes. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Sweep the right toes high. Hold for another breath in. As you exhale, roll forward, right knee to nose. Send it straight back up, 3-legged dog. Breathe in. Push through the hands. Exhale, roll forward. Breathe in. Breathe out, roll forward. One more, breathe in. Breathe out, roll forward. This time, step the right foot in between the hands. Start to lift yourself up into standing splits. Left toe sweep high, and then bend the knee. Bring the left foot close to the hips, just like we did before. From here, we're going to open the hips towards the left a little bit. Now, right hand can stay on the ground. If you wanted a bit more height, you can bring your right hand to a block. Left hand might reach up to hold on to the left foot to find Chapasana. Left shoulder rolls back. Right shoulder twists underneath. Big openness through the front of the spine, front of the hips, as well as the adductors. Let's go one more breath here. Keep the subtle twist to the left. Breathe in as you lift yourself up. Left knee pulls into the chest. Right hand around the outside of the left thigh. Exhale, twist. Left hand back. You can stay here if you felt like a little bit more. Right hand comes around the outer edge of the left foot. Kick the left heel away. Shoulders down the back. Let's go one more breath. Left foot comes down to the ground. Breathe in, lift the arms, lift the heels. As you exhale, divers pose, hips back, chest forward, maybe hands clasped behind the back. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, land to the heels, reach the knuckles forward. Inhale, lift halfway again, hands to shins. Exhale, hands down, step back into plank. Now, you can stay at the top, otherwise we're gonna lower down for a count of 8 and then push up for a count of 8. Don't worry, this is gonna be the longest time you're gonna do this. So maybe knees, maybe toes. Breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, low for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, coming halfway, 2, 1, and then slow rise up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, don't rush it. 2, 1, breathe in, lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time pull through, baby cobra, upward facing dog. Maybe Shalabhasana, locust pose as you exhale, downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha. But know that you can always stop along in child's pose at any point. Okay, start to bend your knees, look forward, breathe in. Exhale, step the left foot forward, right heel comes down. Breathe in, warrior 2. So hips and shoulders facing the right this time. Shoulders are soft. Breathe in and reach the left hand forward, drop into your hips a little bit more. Exhale, left elbow to thigh, right hand up and over. You want to engage the glutes a little bit. That's going to help extend through your right hip. Stay low, breathe in, reverse, flip the left hand, exhale, side bend. Keep pushing your left knee forward. Inhale, bring the hands down to the ground. As you exhale, three-legged dog, left toes lift high. Hold for another breath in as you square your hips. Exhale, roll forward, left knee to nose. Breathe in, shift it high, three-legged dog. Exhale, roll forward. 2 more, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Set the left foot in between the hands. Breathe in, standing splits, right toes lift high. As you exhale, bend the right knee, bring the foot close towards the hips. Open the hips to the right, coming into Chapasana. Maybe the hands stay on the ground, or you can bring your right hand up to meet the right ankle. Little kick into the right foot, winding your right shoulder back. 1 more breath. Keeping the subtle twist in the spine, start to lift yourself up, right knee pulls up. Breathe in, and then as you exhale, let's twist to the right. Left hand comes around the outside of the thigh, or if you felt like a little bit more, left hand around the outside of the right foot, kicking the right heel away. Bring the right foot down, breathe in, lift the arms up, heels lift, engage glutes, exhale, divers pose. Maybe hands interlace behind the back, other knuckles come on top, breathe in, wind the shoulders back. Exhale, land the heels, draw the knuckles forward. Inhaling, lift halfway. Exhale, hands down, step back into plank. Okay, I promise we'd only do 8 counts once. We're gonna do 7 counts, so we're slowly gonna lower our count down. Breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, low for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then from the bottom, breathe in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath in at the top. Breathe out, 7,
6, remember knees are always there. 5, you can skip it out. 4, 3, 2, 1, pull through, breathe in, breathe out, send it back. So lots of kind of slow, sneaky strength in this one. Okay, let's practice that sequence again with a little bit of add-on if we wanted to. Breathe in, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, step the right foot down, lower the left heel, open warrior 2. Look forward, breathe in. Exhale, drop into your hips a little bit more. Breathe in, reach the right hand forward. Exhale, Utthita Parsvakonasana, maybe elbow to thigh, maybe right hand on the inside of the left leg, the right leg. See if you can push the right shoulder, right tricep into the thigh to roll the shoulder underneath. Stay low in the legs, breathe in, come back through center, flip the right hand. Exhale, Viparita Virabhadrasana, reversing warrior. Breathe in, hands come down to the ground. As you exhale, three-legged dog. Now you can stay here. If you felt like a little bit more, we can come into dolphin pose. So elbows come down, right toes are still lifted high. And as we shift forward, you're just going to lift the elbows off the ground. So hold for a breath in. Exhale, roll forward, lift elbows right neck to nose. Inhale, elbows might touch down, right toes up. Exhale, shift forward. 2 more. Breathe in, elbows down. Exhale. 1 more, breathe in. Exhale. Set the right foot in between the hands. Breathe in, standing splits, left toes high. Exhale, bend the left knee. Chapasana, round 2. Right hand down to a block or to the ground. Left hand might come around the foot as you kick into it. Keep squeezing shoulder blades back. Inhale, roll yourself up to standing. Left knee pulls into the chest. Option, right hand around the left foot. Exhale, extend the left foot away. Maybe left hand back, maybe eye gaze back. Left foot comes down, breathe in, lift the heels, lift the arms. Exhale, diver's pose, hips back, interlace the hands. Take a deep breath in, press the palms together. Exhale, land to the heels, draw the knuckles forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step back into plank. 6 counts, come with me or wait it out. Breathe in, exhale, lower 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slow press up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take another breath in the top. Exhale, lower 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull through. Breathe in. Lots of strong upper body today. Exhale, downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Or child's pose, up to you. 1 more breath. Okay, look forward, breathe in, bend your legs, exhale, step the left foot through, right heel comes down, breathe in, open, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, hold. Inhale to reach forward, drop your hips down. Exhale, left hand might come down to a block to the ground, right hand up. Really push the left arm into the thigh, press your right foot down. Inhale, come back through center, stay low in the legs. Reach your right hand back. Exhale to reverse. Inhale, come through center, frame out the front foot. Exhale, sweep the left toes high. 3-legged dog or dolphin pose. Elbows come down. You might need to bend your right knee a little bit more than usual than if you were in your downward facing dog. Hold for your breath in. Exhale, roll forward. Left knee to nose, tuck the chin in. Inhale, elbows tap, lift the left toes. Exhale, roll forward. 2 more, breathe in. Exhale. 1 more, breathe in. Exhale. Set the left foot in between the hands. Roll forward, breathe in, standing splits. Exhale, bend the right knee, bring the foot close to the glutes. Start to open the hips up. Right hand might reach up for Chapasana. Can you find that kick? Keep the twist, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, left hand wherever feels good. Find your twist. right foot comes down. Breathe in, lift the heels, lift the hands. Exhale, hips back, hands clasp, other way. Breathe in, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, pull the knuckles up and over. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands down, step back into plank. Breathe in, shift forward, count to 5 this time. Exhale, lower 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, one more time with that sequence. Just know that you can absolutely slow things down. You can rest, you can stop, you can pause, and then come back in. We want to find that focus, and if you notice your mind kind of shifting away, just come back to your breath, come back to what feels good for you. Okay. Breathe in, bend your knees, look forward, right foot steps in between the hands. Exhale, lower the left heel down. Breathe in, warrior 2. Exhale to hold. A couple of different options here. Breathe in, shift the right hand forward, lower into the hips. Exhale, maybe elbow to thigh, maybe hand in front. Maybe right hand comes behind. I'm going to show an option for you. The left hand comes around the outside of the right foot. You're going to push into the right hand and into the left foot as you lift the right foot high. And you're trying to bring your left elbow high as you scoop the chest, scoop the head underneath, driving the right heel forward. Not going to stay here for too long, but if you wanted to try it, you can go there. Lower your right foot down if it was off the ground. Breathe in, come back through center. Exhale to reverse. Left hand down the back leg, right hand up and over. Breathe in, come back through center, hands plant down. Exhale, three-legged dog. Okay, this time's gonna be a little bit different. You can either take 2 steps forward until we land standing splits with the left foot down, right foot up. If you wanted to try a little handstand hop, bend your left knee, look forward, spread fingertips wide, and then lift your right foot, kick through the left, and then land your left foot towards the top. You're gonna bend your right knee here. This time, instead of your right hand coming around to reach, we're gonna try to lift our left hand to catch the right foot. Maybe you stay with the right hand on the ground as you kick your right heel away. Maybe you try and lift the right hand forward. If you felt like even a little bit more, you can try and reach your right hand back towards the left hand. Maybe fingertips interlace here, and then you kick your right foot up a little bit higher. So you can kind of imagine dancer's pose, but a little bit different. Let's go one more breath, and if we fall over, if we're wobbles, that's totally fine. This is supposed to be really playful, remember? Come up, stork pose, breathe in, right knee lifts up, hands lift. This time Tadasana, hands by the sides. Just take a moment. Big releasing breath. I can feel my heart in my chest kind of bumping. Breathe in, lift the arms. Very simply, let's fold forward. Lift halfway. Exhale, hands down, step back into plank. Shift your weight forward, breathe in. Exhale, lower 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back up, 4, 3. Breathe in. Breathe out, 4, 3, 2. We're so close to the end. Breathe in, pull through. Exhale, downward facing dog, maybe child's pose. Okay, final burst of energy here. You got this. Try stay in the game. Breathe in, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, step your left foot forward, right heel comes down, open warrior 2. Arms wide, lower your hips, left knee forward. Breathe in, reach your left hand, drop into your hips. Remember, you've got options here. If you're with me, left hand comes behind the right foot, right hand comes to the outer edge of the left foot. You're gonna lift yourself up. pushing your left heel forward, trying to pull the right elbow back. It's hard to find balance sometimes. It's a good one. Lower the left foot down, warrior 2. Breathe in, find your reverse, exhale. Come back through center, hands frame out, breathe in. Exhale, three-legged dog, left toe sweep high. Remember, you can take 2 steps forward into standing splits at the top, or bend your right knee, look forward, come high into your right toes, push out of the ball of the foot. Maybe getting some air time along the way, maybe not, maybe fall over. Perfect. However you did it, it's perfect. Left knee bends. Maybe you stay here, maybe the right hand comes right hand comes behind to the ankle. Try find a little bit of a kick. Left fingertips can stay on the ground. You could reach it forward. If you wanted to, hands come around, interlace, and then kick again. Control the breath. Squeeze shoulders back. Maybe you can lift up a little bit more. Breathe in, stork pose. Lift the left knee. Exhale, Tadasana. Land where your feet are. Slow down the heart rate slightly, taking longer breaths here. Finding that full lung capacity that we created, that we found and explored in our Viloma breath. Breathe in, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, hands down, step back. Final time, breathe in, shift forward. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, push back up. 2, 1. Exhale, lower. And then pull through. This time, knees come down. Shift your hips back. Child's pose. And just check in with your energy here. Walk your hands back to your knees. Find your way onto your hips, and we'll just have a short play with Pincha Mayurasana if this is something that you wanted to play with today. What you'll do is bring your forearms about shoulder width distance here. First option if you didn't want to play with Pincha Mayurasana, you could find puppy pose. You could find dolphin pose. That's still really strong and active through the shoulders. If you wanted to find pincha or somewhere close to it, you'll come into dolphin. You'll look forward, eye gaze kind of in between hands. You really want to think about lifting out of the shoulders, pressing the fingertips down into the ground, and then you'll find kind of a three-legged position here. So one foot lifts up, shift your weight forward, and then you'll just start with little kind of hops up and down. Doesn't need to be big. In fact, you probably want to start a little bit smaller, and then from there you can take little kicks in the air just to get a bit of momentum. You can join in whenever you're ready. But a lot of this comes from the shoulders. So broadening the shoulders, pushing away from the ground. It is easier to find your balance when your feet are wider in the air. You can also practice this near a wall, and then eventually, if you get your feet wide and you can hold your balance there, then you can get your feet a little bit closer together. I'm still playing with that in my own practice. Just make sure that you change your feet over. I always start with my right toes down, so it's always good to play. And what can be quite useful, if you notice your shoulders can be quite tight in this position and they might kind of flare out a little bit, is if you get maybe a pair of leggings or a strap to hold your elbows in tight so you've got resistance, and that way you can probably contract through the shoulders a little bit more. Feel free to pause the video if you wanted to. Otherwise, we're going to start to cool things down a little bit. We're actually just going to head onto our back. So if you wanted to pop on a layer before we head down, you're more than welcome to. Once you're down there, can you focus on right thigh over the left? Now you can either just kind of hug your hands around the shins to pull your knees in, or you could lift up, left hand can come around the right ankle, maybe right hand comes around the left ankle. So you're thinking Gomukhasana here, cow face pose. A little bit more sensation through the hips. Little tuck in of the chin. And as we head on to the back, we really want to slow things down. So slowing down the breath, maybe even closing down the eyes so we're not as distracted by what we can see around us. One more breath here. And then release the hands around the legs, but keep them where they are. You might even lock the right foot behind the left shin, the left calf, and then drop the knees over to the left, finding your eagle legs twist. Right hand drops out to the side, right shoulder plants down. And then finding your way back through center. A couple of different options. You can just simply hug the right knee into the chest as the left leg lands long. You could lift yourself up and almost find pigeon pose, like you're kind of cradling your right forearm around the right shin. Hand comes around the right ankle as you kind of squeeze it towards the left side body. You can stay here. This might feel really nice for the hips. If you wanted to try that kind of similar position that we did in our extended side angle, what you can do is left hand comes around the outside of the right foot. Lift yourself up. See if you can get kind of the right shoulder, the right arm on the inside of the right knee. Right hand will come out. Lower your head and then kick your right foot to the side. So you're using the right arm as an anchor for your right leg. Big stretch for the adductors, bit of the hamstring as well, the shoulders. And then just find your way back through center. Try that on the other side. So left knee crosses in front of the right to begin with. Maybe hands around the shin. If you want a little bit more, maybe right hand around the left ankle, left hand around the right. Lower yourself down, pulling the feet in the direction of you. And if you're still here, just take this moment to thank yourself and just to be really proud of your effort today. This was a very strong practice, and inversions can be challenging. They can also feel a bit frustrating, especially if you're learning or if you're not quite, if your body isn't quite understanding. Just trust in the process. Know that it will take time, and every time you show up and practice, your body will be able to recognize things a little bit more.
Take the left foot behind the right calf if you'd like. Find your eagle legs, breathe in, arms wide. Exhale, drop the knees to the right. You really just want to tap into the fun of things, the playfulness, kind of feeling like a kid in the playground, just doing things for the sake of doing them, not because we're necessarily trying to achieve anything or look a certain way or whatever. And that's just the experience of living. Coming back through center. Maybe you just stay down with the left knee hugging in, or you can lift yourself up. Maybe left hand, left forearm comes around, cradling the leg like a baby, finding kind of a pigeon pose. Or your right hand can come around the outside of the left foot, lifting yourself up, trying to snake your left shoulder, left arm on the inside of the left knee. Lowering yourself down, kicking your left heel away, drawing the right shoulder back, and then maybe bringing the left hand in the direction of the ground. And then just starting to unwind, coming into Shavasana. Seizing movement in our body, letting our full attention turn inwards. Softening the face, softening the fingers, the toes, the hips, the shoulders, the breath. We'll just be here for a few minutes in quiet, and I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Just beginning to come back to your breath. Notice if you have any more weight in your body to drop down to the ground, to surrender to this moment. Letting go of any attachment or expectations for things to be a certain way. And when we let go of that attachment, that fear, it means that we can really live from a place of love and curiosity, seeing what we can do rather than what we can't do. Let's start to bring some movement back into the body. Breathe a deeper breath. Pulling the knees into the chest, and then we'll roll ourselves up into a seat. Closing down the eyes again. Find this really tall spine. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Maybe your hands come through heart center. As we exhale, taking this moment to bow our heads, to thank ourselves, thank this practice of yoga for allowing us to turn inwards and to really feel into what it means to live and to experience. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you really enjoyed this longer practice. Let me know how you found it in the comments below. I had a lot of fun. I feel strong, capable, free, and I hope you do too. But yeah, I can't wait to see you next time, whether that's here on YouTube or if you want some more longer classes like this, feel free to head over to our Patreon account, which I'll link down below. Much love to you.